Microphone's good. Camera's good. Lights are good. Microsoft hiring a very big gaming analyst. That's a good thing. But what kind of a question is that it was thrown out there yesterday? Seriously. What would you rather have on Xbox? Xbox exclusives or Xbox Game Pass Day One? Oh my.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come in, I need a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fernie's trading people, orders in. All recent gaming, go, rates and A top bean. Good morning, coming, moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Good morning, everybody. Also, afternoon and evening, the crazy one with your beautiful and awesome Thursday chat. Look, first things first, I want to apologize. That's the first thing. I want to apologize about something because yesterday there was a no show. And I'll explain why. So, what happened was, chat, that's the day before on Tuesday, Forza came out. And I was playing Subnautica 2. And, so I said, okay, let me install Forza Horizon, let me just install the game and wait for it to be installed. So I was just sitting there, waiting for Forza to be installed. And, of course, I was playing Subnautica 2. And then I saw Forza was installed. I said, okay, let me go ahead and launch it. Chat. Guess what time Louis went to bed? At 4 a.m. So, like around 3 something, I sat here and I was like, should I do a show tomorrow? Should I do not? I'm going to start a real late, all this stuff. I was like, oh, man. I said, you know what? Let's just take a break because you did what was right. You started to game. You started to have some fun because, damn, it was a while since I sat there and I said, let me game for a little bit. And I sat there and I poured my heart into the Xbox last night. The night before. That was awesome. And last night, of course, I played a little bit, but I was just a bit too tired to keep on playing because, like I said, I'm trying to organize my life, exercising bicycles, and all that stuff. So, it's kind of tough for me to come back home and be like, oh, I need to play a game. But I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to get adjusted to the bicycle. And so, yeah. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm super happy that I game on Tuesday night. I'm super happy I played Forza. I'm super happy, all of that stuff, 100%. Chat. With a community already divided. No joke. The Xbox community has been divided for the longest of time. It's been divided for the longest of time because, we saw the whole putting your games over here or putting the games over there, and everybody, it kind of like took half and half. It's like they're trying to divide us even more by throwing this question out there. Seriously. What kind of a question is that? No joke. Out of all things, of course they're not going to include that Sanchez Martinez Gaming. Of course not. They're not going to include that. They're not. But chat, I saw this last night. or yesterday throughout the day, and I was like, why would you ask that question? Why? Chio Walker says Team Game Pass with the 100% Apex NYC. Good morning, my brother. Dark Zone. Honestly, if Xboxes was come back, then they should only be on Xbox or Windows. If they are on Steam, GOG, Epic, or any other platform storefronts, then Xbox games are not exclusive. Ah, man, exclusive or Game Pass. Microsoft has already said Game Pass has cannibalized game sales. That's really on themselves for day and dates. So do away with Game Pass or day and date. They will figure something. But here's the question, though. If you start doing that at the Game Pass, are you going to be sub to the service? Because this is what's going to happen, Darzone. We're going to become like PS Plus. Because, listen, PS Plus just got a high price hike. The premium one is close to being at the same price as Game Pass. $20 for that shit. So basically, you want the Game Pass to become a premium pass as PlayStation? My God. I've been willing to see Game Pass lose first-party games on two conditions. They're pulled off Steam entirely. 2, they still offer a high-end tier Game Pass with first-party games. And 3, and third one, 2, if they pulled off PS5 entirely, not just time exclusivity BS, says Ubay. Good morning, Ubay. What's up? Eric, good morning. 127 Yankees, he says Game Pass day one for me. 100%. I agree with you there, brother. Sanchez Martinez Gaming, what's up, man? Good morning. Does choosing Game Pass with all new and old Xbox games go to PS? I mean, look, here's the thing, though, chat, and I got a question for you guys, and I'm being honest with you. Why do I want to become what we have all been going out there, throwing pies at them, being like, get away from us, and that is a PlayStation fanboy? Why in the blue hell do I want to become that? I'm not kidding you. Why would I want to become that? I mean, PlayStation fanboys are the ones who go out there and try to shove into your face, try to explain to you, why do exclusives matter? And I sit here and I'm like, okay, explain it to me. Why do they matter? They tell me it's a console seller. I'm like, no, it's not. I mean, I'm seeing it all the time. And no, it's not. It's a console helper. Yes, it is. Of course, it can help it. But if you got 40% of people buying a console to buy exclusives, the question is, how many of that 40% is going to sit down and buy those exclusives? Are they all going to buy the exclusives? Because, heck, if it was so true, Yotze would have sold 40 million copies, 50 million copies. Not 3 million copies. Astronaut would have sold 40 million copies. I just sit there and I look at this stuff and I'm like, huh? I mean, we're seeing what people play. And we all know what is Xbox's #1 problem. Seriously. And that is its marketing and its presence. It's something that is not out there. That's its main problem. Because it has all the good stuff to become something big than how it was. So 127 Yankee says, bro, I'd rather have Game Pass and have to pay $70 for one video game. Makes no sense. That's the thing, especially for the times it is now. It's me, the boy Lewis, with a $2 super. He says QVC has Forza Horizon 6 for $37. I put the link in Discord. Oh, nice. Nice. There you go. Then it will be Game Pass versus PlayStation. Though I do think it's kind of funny that Xbox themselves says Game Pass kind of buys game sales, but just to console war, some Xbox owners still say it doesn't. Just to console war, people still say it doesn't. Man, look, like the thing that has killed Xbox itself, the thing that killed Xbox itself is called its marketing and its presence. Nothing else. Lights. Nothing else. Xbox, all it needs is marketing and presence, and trust me, it will sell. But if they don't show themselves, because I have done my homework on my side. I have talked to a ton of Twitch streamers out there. And still, until this day, and I said this before, until this day, Twitch streamers, I've talked to them. And till this day, they did not even know. And having Windows by playing their games, they did not even know there was an app in there called Xbox app. They did not even know that. They did not even know to go in there, go in, sign up to Game Pass to save up on some money. I had to sit there and explain that to them. Why me? Xbox, pick up the note, my friend. Yubei, people are too hung up on that marketing thing because it's true, Yubei. I see it. Yubei, I live in, listen, when Joy was here the other day, Joy made a comment. I'll say, oh, that's nice. Joy said, man, I'm starting to see more Xbox on the stores. I live in Dominican Republic. Where's Xbox? I can even show you a plan. You can get a PlayStation 5. On Claro. How much does Steam market? Pooh! Man. Steam is big as hell, man. Shoot. Everybody's got a PC. The first thing they do is go to Steam. They talk more about Steam than they do Xbox themselves. Shoot. Now here comes the thing though, Yubei. Who gets more on the bad side though? Does Steam get more bad talks on the side, or does Xbox get more bad talks on the side? It's Xbox that gets all the bad stuff, all the bad talks on the side though. Steam doesn't get shit. Marketing will help, but marketing won't change somebody's mind if they just want to play on Xbox. So are the consoles wars back officially or no? To be honest though, I got a question for you. Like, what does console war do for us though? What has it done? What has it shown us? Nothing. Oh, it's just talking blah 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 blah. That's all it does is talk bullshit. And at the end of the day, do you think with bullshit talking, the console's gonna grow or be, you know, happy? It's not. Because here comes the question now. It's like how you, same question I asked the PlayStation fans, and for what it seems, you seem like a big PlayStation fanboy because you've been trying to argue with me for the past couple of days. But like I said though, are you guys backing what's going on PlayStation though? Are you guys buying its exclusives? No. So why do we need exclusives to come back? For what? 1 second, chat. Hello. Hello. Sí, dígame. Bien, bien, usted puede llamar como en 2 horas. Gracias, gracias, bye. Oh, God, they're calling me through Claro right now. Shoot. Without console wars, I would say plenty channels of both Xbox and PlayStation wouldn't have anything to talk about. Of course, there's always going to be something to talk about, though. There's always something that's going to exist, though. But at the end of the day, though, you got 60% of people that are not picking up these games and only 40% that are buying consoles for exclusive. I mean, there was a survey out there. And it's simple. All you got to do is watch the numbers and see what's going on out there. Yeah, don't promote Game Pass so people don't find out about it. Keep it a secret. Exactly, Sanchez. That's the main problem it has out there. Most people subscribe to Game Pass when the new game comes out, then cancel. I subscribe to Netflix, Paramount, HBO Max to watch show, then cancel until another new show comes out. But you know it's there, though. Console wars were great for gaming for well over 2 decades. SNES, PS1, Saturn, 360, and PS3. Agreed. But the thing is, nowadays, the console war is only for us. But go tell a kid, hey, do you know who Phil Spencer is? I'm like, no. Go tell a kid, hey, do you know who Sarah Bond is? No. You say, hey, what's Fortnite? Oh, Fortnite is this game, blah, blah, blah. Oh, what's Minecraft? This. They don't even care for Kratos. They don't even care for Mario these days as much as we all did. No joke. I mean, look at Minecraft, though. Minecraft itself, the movie, I was amazed by the numbers it racked in, though. And that movie sucked. And they're doing a part 2. Oh, my God. Seriously, that was a bad movie. No joke. It was a bad movie, though. But it sucked in a lot of money, sucked in a lot of people, and a lot of people jumped in to watch this. No joke. It was close to it was even close to beating the Mario record. Minecraft. Huh. Why are Xbox controllers so expensive? Now shut up in price. Which controller is not so expensive? Because it's been a while since I checked out console controllers, because lately, hey, let me put this right here. Let me grab something real quick and put this right here. Let me go check up the prices on console controllers, because man, let's go see what's the price on controllers these days. So, all right, we have 80, 89, 98, 100, Xbox Series 2 controller, flip, Fallout Pip-Boy. Okay, those are the Pip-Boys. I'm looking for something regular. They're at $70 though. I think that's the price it's been for a while. This is the Minecraft controller though, for what it seems though. Sold out, Xbox Wireless Dream Vapor Special Edition. It's for $70 though. So I'm seeing that they're $70. So if you're talking about the Forza controllers, the Special Edition controllers, so of course it's gonna be up a little bit of price though. Mario's still huge. The new one just passed the Minecraft movie gross revenue. Of course it did. I'm not saying that Mario's not big though, but Minecraft got close though. So imagine that you got a movie like Minecraft that just literally came out, a game that came out, what was it, 2013, and literally got close to the Mario numbers in the movie theaters. You're like, whoa, that's amazing. Malcolm Lack says the new Mario movie was pretty bad, and we all watched the '93 Mario movie. Well, I mean, anything is better. This Mario movie is way better than the '93 one, though. We gotta say though, the first party controls aren't with anything more than 40. The video game Minecraft is more fun than the movie. Who on earth likes mixtape? All the idiots. Dude, what are you against mixtape, man? I've not tried mixtape though. But what are you so against mixtape, man? What's wrong with mixtape? I have not played it though to see what is actually wrong with that game that people talked about. Because usually I don't sit there and turn on a game to look for negatives though. I just sit there and play games though. That's what I do. I don't sit to look for negatives. I don't, unless the game is negative with me. Like, for example, Horizon, Forbidden West, or Horizon. You know, yeah. Trust the fungus, Louie. Man, that's the problem nowadays. I mean, seriously, look, chat. Why would you throw a question like that? Louie, yes, I did Harry Ballsack. Yes, I did. I played the intro for a little bit, and last night when I got here, I didn't play it because I was a little bit too tired. I went into Subnautica. It's a much more chilled out game. But today I will keep on playing it. Of course, I got to keep on racing, man. It looks way too beautiful, man. It's gorgeous. Like always, Horizon kicking ass when it comes down to graphics, details, and everything. I mean, and not only that, fun. It's fun. My God, it's super fun. But why would I throw a type of question like that out there? Like, what's most important? Is it Game Pass or is it exclusives? I mean, now we got people out there saying, you know, F exclusives, I prefer Game Pass day one. Again, you're dividing the community. Again, you're dividing them because if one goes away, they're going to be mad about something. If one does. How about we do this? Instead of asking this question, why don't we put it all together? Why don't we find a solution to get everything together so that way the fans that are in Game Pass, you know, enjoying their saving their money on it, and you guys with exclusive, why don't we put them all together? Why don't we do this and find a solution to do that instead of having to choose one of those two? Seriously. And that's the part that kind of gets to me. Why would you throw that type of question out there? For what? For chaos, for commotion? Who's divided the community though? It's not Xbox doing it, it's the influencers. But here's the thing though, Ubay. The thing is, they're giving the company a reason to go out there and kill this SOB. And especially putting out a poll out there on Twitter, where we all know what Twitter is. It's one of the most hateful platforms there is out there when it comes to this fanboy stuff. How do I know? It's simple. I posted a video one day of me laughing. Sony Interactive Entertainment at Death Stranding landing on Xbox. And I was just laughing. I didn't say anything. I didn't say what's up, Bobby. I didn't say nothing on it. Just laugh. Just laugh. Literally just laugh. That's all I did was seeing that. And man, I had 120 comments. People calling me stupid. People calling me idiot. People calling me a fat virgin. People calling me all this stuff. The most hateful platform. So yeah, you go ahead and go throw it out there on Twitter. See what kind of response you're going to get. And of course, what you're doing is you're feeding the pony narrative right now. Because if Xbox Game Pass disappears, that's a win for them. If you did not know that. It's going to be a win. If you want to go the fanboy route. Because I know you want... because here's the funny thing. I know you want this to happen. To fanboy on it. You want your console wars. You want your things out there. You want all this stuff. I get it. But here's the thing though. For the last 2 or 3 years, we've seen Xbox put games over here. And we still got fanboy conversations going on. So what's going to be the difference? What's going to change? That, wow. Oh, we got exclusive packs. 1, 2, or 3. That's it. 2, 4 exclusives. And again, I asked the same question as I asked years and years. I mean, God, I've been asking this for quite some time now. Are you going to back it up and buy the game? Let's see though. I don't even have Twitter because it's the biggest toxic platform ever. I use Twitter for news. No joke. And once in a while I'll post one day just for the hell of it. We had more impact on Xbox, the positive of Game Pass or the negative of going third party. Well, I had more impact on Xbox, the positive Game Pass or the negative of going third party. The negative about going third party, that was the most thing that had the most impact, but it was a fanboy argument though. El Único Concho says they just want to argue with strangers online but not playing games. That's all. That's what it feels like though. And again, why do I want to go the fanboy route? For what? Why would I want to sound like these dudes? For what? Because here's the thing though. To what point? The thing we need to cut out on that, the one that had the negative impact on the brand. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? You're gonna get rid of that negative impact and kill the positive impact that you had on there, because Game Pass has been a positive thing out here. So you want to kill a negative to bring up another negative. That's what you're trying to do, though. Because that's a good point you're bringing, you, babe. So imagine you, I say, okay, let me go ahead and kill the whole third party route. Let's get it away. Let's put it to a side, and let's focus on exclusives. But hey, Game Pass, we're gonna change a lot of things in there. What do you think is gonna happen to that side though? It's gonna become now a negative impact over there. It will, and it's gonna make a lot of people furious. And right now, at this very fucking moment, we do not need another furious situation out there. We don't. And I know influencers are going to try to convince us. I know influencers are going to try to do this. I know influencers are going to try to do all this stuff. Just because they want to get those 2 or 3 hits on their channel. Because they're thinking to themselves, they're being greedy right there for what it seems though. Because shit, why don't we get them working together, my friends? That's what you got to do. Why don't we get them working together? Why don't we go out there and start throwing things more positive than more negative on these platforms? That is something that is not going on around the world. I mean, if you want Xbox to grow, right? Fucking A. Start talking what is actually hurting Xbox. It's not of exclusives because, again, I'll say it, and I said this before and I'll ask it again. Okay, we got exclusives back. Cool. But, yeah, so what's next? That's it? What are we going to do? Just be the ones out here on social platform and say, oh, we got exclusives back? That's it? But what about the rest of the world, though? What are they going to do? You think by doing that, it's just going to help Xbox grow? Get more money in? You got 35 million supposedly on Game Pass right now. Paying for Game Pass. And man, you pissing off 35 million. How do you think that number is going to drop? Go ahead, piss them off. It's 35 million people out there. Subscribe to the service. Go piss them off. You're already pissed off. What was it? The exclusive community. They were mad, but yeah, go ahead and piss off 35 million. Let's see how that goes business wise. No joke, piss them off. Instead of saying, let's get them together, let's get them working together. Hey, Xbox, do what the thing that's killing you. That is your fucking presence and marketing. It needs to go out there. It needs to be shown. It needs to be everywhere. It needs to be talked about. Kill the negative talks too. So people can know that Xbox is there, like you all been doing for the last 2 months, which has been beautiful. When people throw something negative out there, you know, you guys have been killing it. Beautiful. I love those response times. Awesome. Instead of waiting for 2 or 3 months in order to respond to those assholes. We should also realize that Game Pass will not go away. Only the first party will supposedly leave or be scaled back. You babe. But again, listen, you got 35 million sub to that damn service. How do you think they're going to feel? They're going to be pissed off. So look, I'll say this again. You already have a negative impact over here. Why are you going to try to make it a positive and add another negative impact over there? Right now what we need is everything to be positive. Everything to be 100% positive. Not negative, not positive and another negative again. That's the whole problem right here. The only people that want Game Pass killing off our ponies because their sub-service is trash. Oh man, and it got worse, Pomoro. Their service went up a price though. Literally it did. I mean, even the premium tier went up to $20 a month. And look what the shit it has, though. A lot of devs don't trust Game Pass, but to be fair, a lot do think. I think Xbox Romana can change Game Pass or get rid of it altogether. A lot of developers don't trust it. Man, let me tell you something. A lot of these developers love Game Pass. There's only been 2 or 3 who said, no, we don't like it, but then the rest is happy with it. I mean, High on Life got noticed because of Game Pass. No joke. High on Life was something that got noticed of that. You also have all these other games that got noticed by Game Pass. Vampire Survivors, Vampire Crawlers, what's the other one? Shoot, there's a list of games that got noticed by Game Pass. Expedition 33. Thank Game Pass. The game of the year, thank Game Pass. Come on, man. The Erucioti and the fans rejoice. Of course they rejoice because it dropped down to 23. They're saving money on their wallet. Survey says if Game Pass dies, thoughts and prayers Xbox. You know what's gonna happen if they decide to scale back on Game Pass? There's gonna be a big meltdown on Twitter. No joke. There's gonna be a big one. Preston Wick with a $5 super chat. I only found out about Xbox Game Pass on devices from YouTube videos, not Microsoft. eBay, there's your answer. There's your answer. Talos the man with the race says Xbox lost its identity since they started putting games on PlayStation. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Did PlayStation lose its identity when they started to put their games on PC? Because it all goes all over the place when you ask the identity question. That's something that they put in our heads, like the whole identity thing. And I just sit here and I'm like, okay, explain to me how that works though. Okay, PlayStation sold 93 million 93 million consoles. They're going to keep on selling the console no matter what, right? And yet they have put literally majority of the games to PC. Like the whole slate. The whole slate was put over there. And yet they still sold 93 million. I'll tell you why they sold 93 million. Because that 60% that's out there who buys these boxes to play 1 or 2 games a year are the ones that are picking it up and spending a lot of money on these microtransactions. Simple, because they know how to make their presence be known. Xbox does not know how to put the presence out there. They have not showed it. It's like how Joey said, how come every time I watch a World Cup or I watch a soccer sport or whatever, a championship, and all of a sudden I see a PlayStation commercial dropping in and they show God of War, they show Uncharted, they show all this stuff, and it's in here where 7 or 8 million people are watching this. Where's Xbox at? Seriously, where is Xbox? PC isn't a console, but it's a platform where you play video games. And here comes the thing though. And if you listen to Ono It's Alex, and you know Ono It's Alex throws a lot of stuff out there that's actually kind of true sometimes, you know, when he throws really good stuff out there, right? You know, one of the most important things, if you have a PC with a 5080 in it, are you going to look at consoles? I mean, if you got the money to build yourself 5080 PCs, you're not going to go to consoles. You're not going to look back on it. You never will go back to a console. No joke, you won't. Louis, I think PlayStation never liked at PC like they looked at Xbox, and once Helix was announced to play PC games, and that's why Sony said no more PC ports. Bad move on them though. They're gonna lose money right there. Yeah, Pomoro, but listen, 20 years ago, we looked at that. Nowadays, we don't look at that. Battlefield brand identity, everything that does not have to be exclusive 2 or 3 years, exclusive a year. Exactly. That's it. Because look, here's the thing though, chat. Look, listen. This topic, right? This topic is something that is dividing people. I understand that because some people want exclusives to be back, some people doesn't want the Game Pass to be affected. This is not a topic for us to fight on here, like us between me and you, chat. This is not something for us to be mad about between us. This is something that really is when I saw it out there, I just sat here and just was goose throbbing my ears and just like saying like, what kind of a question is that? I mean, why out of all things right now, why do you have to ask that question instead of saying, hey, let's work on this together and let's get both worlds working right? Why would I want to get rid of a negative, right? Which is Xbox throwing games out there, right? Why would I want to get rid of a negative and bring another negative in? That's the problem. That's my main problem and concern about this topic. Because, all right, cool. We have Xbox went third party. Okay, for why did it go third party? What happened? Why did it do it? Oh, well, you know, this. Come on, man. See, when I started this topic about 2 weeks ago. Oh God, what did he say? And this is not a topic of conversation that should be thrown out there. That's the whole point. This is a topic of conversation we should be sitting here saying, okay, look, all right, we have a problem here. Hey guys, look, there's a situation. Hey, Game Pass does this sometimes, it doesn't, you know, yeah. But how can we get both of these stuff and make it good? How can we do it though? That's the conversation we should be having, not asking this damn question. Because at the end of the day, though, like I said, though, you got 35 million, 35, 40, probably 45 million, probably, or let's say 50 million subscribe to Game Pass right now. They're subscribed to it. And, man, a lot of them are happy with that shit. And you go ahead and try to change things over there, how do you think they're going to feel? Right now, so you're going to get rid of a negative impact because of exclusives to go piss off 50 million people? Wow. You guys, I mean, seriously, that's why I sit here and I look at this stuff and see this stuff. Oh, man, I just sit here and just laugh at this. No joke. Game Pass should never went to PC. Why not? It should have gone to PC. Why not, Mike Johnson? I mean, it's a platform. It's part of it. Windows is part of gaming, man. And that's the problem you guys don't see. You don't understand. That you got consumers on Windows, Mike Johnson. And that's the whole situation that you guys don't understand. Because you guys are PlayStation fanboys. And for you, if they don't consume on PlayStation, it's not a consumer. That's the problem. SNK, that is the biggest bullshit I've ever seen. Because remember, the ABK deal, what actually pushed PlayStation was not fucking Horizon, was not fucking God of War. It was all Call of Duty that pushed PlayStation. And right now, you guys are routine for GTA to push the PS5. Not an exclusive, a third-party game. And literally, PlayStation just a week or two ago came out and said, oh, we're a third-party box. They literally came out and said that themselves. Louis the Name says Xbox Game Pass, not PC Game Pass. Okay, Mike Johnson, I'll give you at least a little point, but what's going on right now? What's the next console going to be like? Found out the God of War PS Pro is fucked. Should I repair it or not? I mean, it's simple. So after you take it in there, they tell you the price. And if you feel like if it's worth fixing it, let's say there's $60, $70, then go ahead and fix it. If it's not, don't spend your money. I will, Pickles. I will. But but Sony was the only third party they have made games for Nintendo in the past and Sega. What? You lost me there. Sony has always been a third-party box. Yes, you babe, but now they came out and said it, though. Because before, in 2018, it was the exclusive box, my friend. That's what it was. Well, I will say Asha is doing a lot to help Xbox grow. Even more, also Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass are one at the same. Yes, it is, David Cohen. Now they're making it shown that this is an Xbox. Safo, yeah, it happens to all of us, Safo. It happens to all of us. Oh man, has there been the exclusive box? Third-party box has always been their main driver. Yes, but in 2018 they said they were the exclusive box. And in 2018, the fanboys went on a narrative because the Xbox One X came out, right? And they said, well, it doesn't have any games. That was a narrative. That was a narrative, my friend. That is a good question, though. Ask Mike Johnson if he prefers PS exclusivity or PS making more money on Steam to make new games. There you go. But, you know, they want... Listen, they want this console war. They want it back. Okay, let's get it back, though. Let's have it back. But here's what's funny, though. The guys who want the console war back, right? The ones who want it back, though, are the ones who are getting the codes. They're not paying for that shit. But, hey, me, 57 of people here in the chat, oh, we're going to pay for those games. Let's see how that goes, though. Yeah. That's how it is, chat. I'm being honest with you. They don't mind it because, hey, they get their codes. We don't. Would you guys rather have one exclusive awesome game or a whole bunch of awesome third-party games? That's another good question, though. I'd rather have a ton of games for me to play. I'd rather have a ton of things for me to look at and be like, okay, let me have a choice here instead of just focusing on one thing. That's what I want. I just want to play games. Games, not, I don't want to, it's not, I don't want to play a game, though. I want to play games. And that's the beauty behind Game Pass, because Game Pass has taught me to try out new stuff, to go out there and try out what's going on. I mean, shit, Game Pass has taught me how to play more games than what I used to. I used to be a third party. I used to be a big AAA dude. Now I'm playing more indies than anything right now, thanks to Game Pass. And give me indies a lot of support. And not only that, I even buy the game for fuck's sakes, just to help them out, so they can keep on growing and becoming a better studio or making better games than what they have already made. Sony has made games for Nintendo. In fact, Nintendo and Sony were going to make a Nintendo PlayStation. Oh, Lord, that was 30 years ago. Would you guys rather have one Halo game rated 95 or 20 third-party games rated 95? What's more valuable to you? I'd rather have 20 of them instead of one Halo game, because it gets to a point where we're going to get bored and tired of playing the same damn game. I mean, I get bored because I want to see something else. I'd rather play Persona, Plague's Tale, and Atomic Heart over the first-party games. 2022 had some bangers. I mean, look at me this year. Look at me this year. I'm rooting for the Halloween game from Ilphonic because I love their games. No joke. I'm rooting for He-Man from Big Bad Meru. Why not? He-Man. What's Bobby thoughts on all this? I don't know where Bobby been hiding, though. I'm rooting for Hellraiser. Hellraiser, I mean, look, out of all things, I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, look at this game, look at this game. Listen, I know there's a Gears of War there, which, cool, I'm hyped. I know there's a Fable game, which I'm hyped for that too, but damn. I see these indie games and I see all these developers working on this cool stuff. I'm like, damn, this is cool. I want to check this shit out. And that's the truth, though. Louis the Kiln Addict. And Kiln is a fun game. Kiln, whatever. It's a fun game. It's not a bad game, it's a fun game. And every time a game comes out, I encourage people to go ahead and try it out, especially since it gets a lot of negative talks, because I'm tired of all the negative talks about this shit. Exclusive AAA games is a standalone purchase. We're going to have a problem there because, again, Rob Taylor, not everyone is going to buy it. Because here's the thing, though, Ralph. If people bought consoles for exclusives, especially the PS5 and Xbox, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. I'm being honest with you. Because here's the thing though, not all of us are going to like that one game. I mean, no joke. Here, ask the chat. How many people like GTA? SK Kev, you don't. Oh my God, SK Kev. I love how they want to come in here and try to argue with me. SK Kev, the whole point is that PlayStation nowadays came out and said we're a third-party box. I never said that we're not a third-party box before. I'm saying they now confirmed it because back in 2018, it was the exclusive box. People talked about PlayStation exclusives left and right. That's the whole point. And that's what got us to start talking about the exclusive narrative. And started to push us to talk about exclusive more than ever. It became a topic because Sony went out there and used it as a weapon. For the end, for us to find out in the ABK deal that exclusives were not the thing. I mean, bro, the ABK deal showed us everything. It literally threw the dirty laundry out there. And we found out what was the #1 seller of PlayStation. It was Call of Duty. It was never their exclusives. It was a third-party game. That's it. Survey says the reason Xbox failed was they were so horrible at marketing. PS spends way more money in advertising. They should, which should never be the case. 100, not 100, not 100. 1,000,000% correct. Agree with you right there, my friend. They don't have presence out here. That's what they got to do. Every Xbox guy here right now would be lying if they said they see more Xbox ad than PS. Exactly. They don't show their presence. They don't show nothing. I mean, Survey, let me tell you something. I was happy the other day. You know I was happy? I turned on my Amazon Fire Stick and I saw Forza Horizon 6. I was like, oh, I'm happy. Here in Dominican Republic, at least something I turn on, I see something on there though. Smash says, oh wow, a third-party game moving hardware. What a surprise. Exactly. Incredible. It moved it more than its own exclusives. That was a lie that was fed to us. I'm not saying exclusives are not important, my friends. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm not saying it's not important. It helps, yes, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing out there is for you guys to show that you guys exist, that you guys are here, that you have a presence, and that you're Xbox, and that you're kicking ass. You got a great service. You got all this stuff. Because again, what kind of a question is this for you to ask? Instead of saying let's combine these things together and let's turn this into a positive and let's see how far we can push this positive to get people to jump on the box. Something you guys have never done in the last, since the Xbox One, seriously. That's all. Let's get them together instead of dividing this question. Because that's the part that gets to me. Why would you want to divide this question? Instead of saying, let's get it together. Yeah, you are too, SNK, Kev. You are too. I mean, look, this is just something for us to talk, blow off some steam and have fun, though. I mean, I'm not here to fight anyone on things or tell anyone, fuck you or something. No. I wouldn't. No. Unless if you're really rude, though. If you're really rude, I'll say, hey, get out of here. Yes, I want Xbox logos on stuff. I mean, look, chat. I'm speaking from the heart, though. Seriously, I'm speaking from the heart. Why would you want to get Why would you want to get rid of a negative and add another negative to it? I mean, come on. Don't be doing this, man. Don't be adding negatives to another negative, though. Seriously, you got to get rid of all these negatives. That's the main problem, to get rid of these negatives. And this is a negative question, my friends. I mean, what kind of a question is that for us to ask? Oh, yeah. Hey! Hey! Yo! Hey! Here, let me, let's grab a phone. Hey, yo. Hey, let's bring the Xbox RAM back. Okay. Yeah, let's bring it back. Yeah. Okay, what should we do? Well, you know, these guys are asking for exclusives, you know. Let's bring the exclusive back. But what happened to Game Pass? You know what? Put it, you know, let's get the games out of here. That's it. Just to have the exclusives come back. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. But what happened to 35 million people? Oh, you know, they'll understand. Yeah, they're gonna understand, all right. Oh, they will. Woo! They're gonna understand that. You know what they're gonna do? Unsub right away and say F you right away. That's what they're gonna do. So literally, you're gonna piss off those people that are on Game Pass just for you to have your little console war effect. Wow. Good job. Go for it. Go for it. It's not a decision that the brand will make decision on what's more money makes for game developers. Ralph Taylor, listen. What makes more money to game developers is people talking about it. Word of mouth gets that going more than anything. And if you got a service that literally puts the game on there, and the effect is you got a person that loves it. Take, for example, no joke, I'm not kidding. Look at Broke Boy. Broke Boy is the biggest example. Broke Boy never liked RPG games until he tried Expedition 33 on Xbox Game Pass. And look at him now. Broke Boy has literally, I mean, I'm not kidding you. If Expedition 33 had an underwear piece, Broke Boy will own it. If not, ask him. I don't know if he's still here, but ask Broke Boy, he'll tell you. He owns everything. He bought Expedition 33 from PlayStation. He bought Expedition 33 with Xbox. He bought Expedition 33 with Nintendo Switch if it does exist. He bought Expedition 33 for everything. Broke Boy has every collector's item that there is of Expedition 33, I think. No joke. That's what Game Pass did. It made him fall in love with the game and something that he was not really that attached to. Because that's the good stuff that Game Pass does for us. It gives us the opportunity to explore, to try. Something that none of these other companies do, unless if they put it on the fucking store because those guys paid a ton of money to be known as present that this game is here. And you look at it like, I should try it out, because that's the thing though. You're going to buy it too, spend that money, and then you buy the game, you don't like it. I mean, Game Pass, you got the option to install it, try it out. If you don't like it, uninstall, that's it. If you like it, hey, you keep on playing it. And all this stuff. And at the end of the day, though, you know, if you want to buy it, you go ahead and buy it. That's the beauty with Game Pass. All right. Hey, Lou, remember that roach meme? That was fun. Oh, yeah, that was funny, man. That was one of the funniest things that ever happened to us live. It was just random. If you want to play Forza Horizon 6, buy a fucking Xbox, says Pickles. Yeah, I doubt MS would like losing $5 billion annually by getting rid of day one on Game Pass, because Louis, you're right. Take that out of Game Pass is not worth it in my book. 100%. Why the hell? Because that's the thing, though. You're literally. I even showed the tweet because I have it right here. I voted. And you'll see. Watch this. Watch this. And you'll see. And you know what? We're going to use this as a prime example right here. Watch this. You guys ready for this? Watch this. And this is what kind of irritates me when I see stuff like this. Why does it irritate me? Because it's annoying, though. So yeah, Good old Jess Gordon, right? If you had to choose, why do I want to choose though? What would you rather have on Xbox? Console exclusives, 57.7%. Day one games on Game Pass, 42.3%. So there is 1,466 votes. Watch this. Where's my calculator at? As of right now, 1,000. Let me see. It's got 140K too. Oh, so you're gonna get your little payment right there, right? 1,466 views divided by 2. Let's divide that by 2. That's 733 people. All right. Let's say I'm gonna go 50-50 on this, right? 50-50. I'm gonna use this as 50-50, and I'm gonna do the 60%. Because if I use the 60%, let me go see how much is that. 60% of that. 1,400 and what? 1,466 times 60%. All right, let's just multiply that. That's 880 people who voted console exclusive games. So 880 people who voted for that times, let's say 70. That's $61,600 that they're gonna make that day because of an exclusive game. But here comes the fun part, though, and this is the part where you guys seem to forget. Are they all going to buy that exclusive game? Maybe those 800, what is it? What was it? 880 people, 200 of them will buy that exclusive game. And then 600 of them won't even care. Or they're going to wait for a sale or whatever. Like a normal person does nowadays, because that's what we do nowadays. Because that's our behavior right now. So again, why, oh why should I be asking this question out there instead of saying, hey, why don't we get these two worlds working together and let's get this box going. Let's talk more positive about it. Let's throw it out there. Let's bring in what this box needs. Instead of writing articles by saying, oh, we don't, if we don't, I think we won't be ready for GTA 6. I think we won't have any more boxes out there for GTA 6 when it comes out. And stuff like that. Like you wrote the other day on an article that I was really like, why? This now? This should have been written 2 months ago when Asha started, so she can get things pumping. But no, of course. Seriously, it's annoying. Riddle me this. If there is 8.6 billion gamers who generate annual less revenue than 200, riddle me this. If there are 1.8 PC gamers, why do they generate less annual revenue from 200 from then 200 million console users? You tell me. Here's the thing, if you choose exclusive pack, you can kiss goodbye to day one Game Pass games. So let's see though, we have over here, if you have an Xbox, I have a PC, it plays on there. I started loving Power Wash Simulator, no joke, a game I would never thought of playing. Game Pass got me to play it, and they bought all the DLCs for them. There you go. RSJ Fans says, literally, I want my day one Game Pass games. I couldn't care less about exclusives. There you go. That's what I mean, though. You're dividing, because this type of question, what it does is divide the community even more. That's what it did. It's dividing. Now you got people out there, for example, calling people stupid, calling people idiots, stuff like that on the Xbox side that seriously, look, there's no, why should we get aggressive with stuff like that? You know, we shouldn't be aggressive with stuff like that and calling people like names like that. Seriously, there's just no point to calling them names, because at the end of the day, what is that going to do? It's just going to cause a fight. That's it. Instead of saying simple, this is what you should have done. Simple tweet saying, why don't we just combine both worlds together and start marketing this, and let's get both of them to be a positive. That's all you had to do. You don't have to fight it. Sometimes I wish Jess to be quiet. John Wilwolf, it says it's a valid question though. John, it's a valid question. That should have been months ago. It's not a valid question right now at this very moment. You know what's a valid question is to get this box rolling. Riddle me this, says Malcolm Lax. As this have exclusive help PlayStation 5 get past 2 years, 2 numbers? Nope. And it won't either. And that's the whole problem though. I mean, why are you asking these questions to keep the community divided instead of getting the community together and try to, you know, do something good? Because that is a community divided question. Because I'll be honest with you, look what just you got someone on here, SJ fans, saying something loud and clear. I wish sometimes you shut up. And that's how you divide someone from liking what you're doing. Even though it's a hard question, you know, to be thrown out there, right? And you got your little friends, your little buddies who's gonna come around, you know, because you know you're buddy with their side. But this is not a buddy situation. This is a company. This is a company that we need to go. Needs to go out there and show itself. Because again, as I said this once, and I'll repeat it again, what in the blue hell am I gonna do if I got exclusives back? If Game Pass decides to start fading away? What am I going to do with that if it doesn't exist? And what I mean that it doesn't exist is it doesn't have any presence. What am I the fuck gonna do with that? Go on here and talk about it? Yeah, cool. I mean, I got 2,000, what is it, 2,066 followers. Nice, you know, I keep the channels growing and everything. But again, what am I going to do with that? If Xbox does not show its presence out there. But don't you all know what this means? It's about exclusive, but also isn't. It's about PS. It's about them putting the squeeze on them. Sony can't make games right now. Safo, the only way they can squeeze Sony out of business, or they can squeeze Sony to, you know, to be in trouble, is they gotta go out there and show it's here. Because for years and years I've heard this term: Xbox does not have any games. Xbox doesn't exist. I mean, literally for people, Xbox is not there. And you have PlayStation. When PlayStation goes to the championship soccers, they have a commercial. When PlayStation goes over here, they got something. When literally you see that stuff, you see that PlayStation logo on the dot. But where's Xbox at? Xbox is... You buy games like the good old days, Talos, and that's the thing though. People are not buying games like the good old days. You know what people do, Talos? Here, I'll show you right now. Look, I'll show you right now. Hold up. Let me show you how they buy games nowadays. Look. No joke. Do you know what they do? I'll show you. And I know this from a lot of things I've seen out there. And that is to look for stores where they can get the game real cheap. Just like they do on Steam. They do it on the Xbox store too. They do. To look for them for real cheap. And they go ahead and buy it from that store, and then that's it. They buy it for real cheap. They're not paying all that money. Sony said they wouldn't survive even just COD being pulled out on their platform, of course, because that was, like I said, that was all a lie about the exclusive talks. It's all a lie though. Sony doesn't have the content to do day one releases. Guys, I never watched one single sporting event where you see an ad on Xbox. What I did see. PS, exactly. You see more PlayStation. So Xbox, you need to get presence out there. That's the main problem. You don't need to keep on dividing this community, because right now what these guys are doing out there is keeping the community divided. I don't understand why they need to keep it divided. Because that's what I'm seeing though. I'm saying, and hell, I hope I'm wrong with this. 100%, because I don't want the community to divide even more. It's been too divided. Now is the time to get the community together. Now is the time to rile up. And now is the time to push this box out there. That is something I'm not seeing from none of these guys. All these guys are talking about is exclusives, because you know why they talk about exclusives? Why they do? Because it's a trend. And I think that's going to be the solution, and it's going to get your pockets really big over here on YouTube and all these channels. Okay, cool, there's a trend for you. But you guys do not talk about what is actually missing from the box itself, and that is marketing and its presence. That is not out here. We don't see it. We don't smell it. And it's time for you, if you guys are true fans, no joke, if you guys are true fans, seriously, man, get it to work. Get together. Rally up. Get the community happy. Because look, that type of question, what it does is going to piss a lot of people off, and it did. It did. Yes, you said something that's true though, Yubei, but it's not right now, Yubei. Yubei, you wanna seriously, if you wanna go ahead and put this on the table though, I'm not kidding you. You can put this on the table. Why don't you go ahead and ask Matt Piscatella what is the driving force behind the exclusives? Ask Matt, he'll tell you. And then you go ahead and talk to Sakana and see what people have been playing on these consoles, though. They're not the driving force, my friend. The driving force right now these days is Fortnite, Call of Duty, and all this stuff. Oh, if you pull COD out of PS5, that thing's dead. It's gone. It's dead. It's not gonna budge. It's dead. It's dead. PlayStation was not going to go anywhere. Hey, Jago6, what's up? Good morning. So wait, nah, man. Louis as the politician? Damn. Man, I would never want to be a politician, though. Oh, my God. No. Oh, Lord. So then exclusive matters. PlayStation will die if COD gets pulled off. PlayStation. It's going to die. It's going to die. Yubei, look, you need to understand the argument right here this very moment. I'm not saying that exclusives are not important. I'm not saying that. It does have its importance. It does. But it's not the driving force anymore. It's not the driving force anymore. What drives these consoles nowadays is that 60% who buys these boxes to play COD, Minecraft, NBA, and all that stuff. That's what actually drives these consoles. Oh, why so serious? Man. I'm not even going to say this live, though. Something happened yesterday. Why so serious? You got to ask me, the cheater, what happened. Ask him. Last night with me and Big Money. Ask me, the cheater, he'll tell you. Exactly. See, even Safa knows what actually drives this. They don't have to pull COD from PS. Just do what they did. Xbox gamers should get double XP weekends, unique operators, weapons, and loadouts. They should get access on maps and betas first. Exactly. You see, Safo nailed it right there. That's something they should do. And that will get people off that box. You got to get that 60% over here. That's the one that actually matters, not this 40%. Because again, this 40% who buys exclusives, not all of them are going to buy the exclusive game that throws out there. And that is a problem we have right here, right now, this very moment. Not everyone is buying the very same game. If we did, Grand Theft Auto would have been at 2-3 billion sales, not millions, billions sold. Price for a different ever Xbox is out as prices. Xbox matters because old people watch it, and guess what? We're buying grandkids. You guessed it, a PS. That's the thing, though. That's all. Listen, out of all, the only thing that Xbox needs at this very moment is us, the community. Keep on talking positive about it. Keep on pushing Xbox and Xbox to do its marketing and its presence. That's all it needs. Does it need exclusives back? Yeah. It can have its exclusives back. Will it help it? Yeah. But it's not going to be the number one driver. The number one driver right here is Xbox saying, hey, we got games. We got games. We got a service that has games for you to play and try out. We got all this. You got to show it instead of hiding. That's all you got to do, Xbox. Nothing else. F marketing, you babe. Well, I mean, for you it's F marketing, but PlayStation marketing is the thing that's doing because look, chat. This is the question I ask you all the time. And it's an honest, valid question. You're tired of the marketing talk, you babe, but that's the only thing that Xbox does not have is marketing. Because look, PlayStation without exclusives this generation, because it did not have exclusives. It had more third-party exclusives than anything, of course. But when it came out on first party, it didn't have jack shit. It didn't. PlayStation without exclusives sold or shipped 93 million consoles. Why though? And then you go out there and you see the Matt Piscatella numbers, from Circana, and you look at them, you're like, how did it sell this much? And then you look at Xbox and you're like, wait, we're playing the same games on both sides. What's going on? How come we're playing the same games on both sides? So what drives this console though? It's the third-party games. And not only that, PlayStation is here. It's everywhere. You see it wherever you're at. I'm not kidding you. I mean, I go to Claro.com to get a plan, and they have a PlayStation 5 plan. I don't see any Xbox plans. Because it's that popular. And Xbox needs to get at the same level of popularity as they are so they can get some piece of the pie of the marketing. Something they have not been doing for years. Kenneth Williams says, I benefit from Game Pass because of the deals of games, buy or play from the service. We all do, Kenneth Williams. That's why we love it. We all do benefit from it. That's why we enjoy it. Do we know how many people use reward points to pay for Game Pass? So it might be a significant number. Oh, they also use that to buy games too. Ending Game Pass will be a rake step. It will be if they start putting, spinning things around on there. Because look, it's kind of funny though. It's kind of funny though, right? What are we gonna ask? What is gonna be the next game that's gonna come on Game Pass? Is that gonna be the question we're gonna ask now? Really? So he lost the case. Spencer said it's not legally held to anything he said. That's a contractual deal. When limit reach, it's over for them. Yep, me too. I take Game Pass PC or Game Pass Ultimate to play with my PC. They can't do content exclusivity for COD because of what Phil said in court. Game Pass being killed will be way more than brand damage and than any game going to PS at this point. 100%. You're gonna piss off 35 million people. No joke. Remember, Game Pass literally saved Xbox. But that, chat, is the thing, though. That's the thing, though. I mean, how... Okay, it's back. Okay. If exclusives don't sell enough, Xbox console studios will be closed. Out of Game Pass, you got nothing in return, and we get nothing in return. Sweet. The thing is that we will never know exactly how many people sit there and buy these exclusives. We can, I'm no joke, you can put this as an experiment out there. Put this as an experiment. It'll probably be 2-3 million sales, cool. But the thing is, you're not going to convince anyone to shell out $70 for a game these days, or 80. It's hard to convince them. It's really hard to convince them to do that these days. And it's a very small percentage of people that actually do that. But again, the common folk right now, you know what we do? Game releases. We look for deals. We go to CD Keys. We go to all this stuff because we don't want to pay 70. Sometimes we say, okay, let's pay it, but we don't. Because the game releases, and how is it looking? Is it working fine? Is it not? That's another one too. But hey, you know, all these games aren't selling well on PS. Who says that keeping them on PS5 will result in the studio staying open? I've had a bazillion AFS for sorrows on TikTok. Or ads, you mean, right? So games aren't exclusive. How do you know they're going to sell enough on PlayStation? I only see Xbox marketing on Facebook. Same here. I saw Xbox the other day market something on Facebook the other day, but that's from the Xbox channel though. And the other day on Amazon, like I said, I saw, you know, Forza Horizon 6 being promoted on Amazon TV, so that's nice though. Now you Xbox members are idiots because you listen to media and ponies. This is what I mean though. This is how people get mad, and this is what causes the situation though. See? And Gen X Gamer, I said that earlier. Why do I want to be or act like them to say exclusives though? Why would I want to say that though? Why would I want to act like those guys? Why? I think a pony started saying that we have to choose between its Game Pass dying or exclusives dying. And don't forget, those Xbox showcases aren't cheap, yeah? I don't think Pony started saying that we choose between Game Pass showcase aren't cheap. Xbox exclusives dying. Oh my god. Gen X Gamer says there's no reason for Game Pass to lose day and date. And this is what I mean though. Why? Gen X, the real question is, and I said this before, why do you want to divide more the community than it's been divided by? Why do you want to divide it more? Why do you want to take a negative, turn into a positive to bring another negative in? Right now, we do not need any negatives. What we need is more positives than negatives. That's the point. And you guys want to get rid of a negative for fanboy reasons more than ever. Because that's what it seems though. That's what it smells like. You want to get rid of that negative for fanboy reasons. Yet, you want to go ahead and turn this thing that's been positive into a negative. So again, we're back to having one positive and one negative. Why can't we have both positives instead of having... PlayStation sold ship, whatever it is, right? That console because people like PlayStation, but Xbox had to figure out how to get more people to like the box, Xbox. They need to do marketing, my friend. That's all. They need to get out there and say we're here. This is a machine that has this, and they need to express everything. This is why marketing needs to go out there to talk about it. All this poll did was expose Xbox guys are the biggest whiners in all gaming. takes nothing to set them off. It's always been this way. When it comes to what someone likes prices, doesn't matter even if Xbox is cheaper. If someone likes PS, they would buy PS, or so Xbox has to figure out how to get more people to like Xbox by marketing itself. That's it. You got to market yourself, because look, I can tell you something light. I can say this right now, loud and clear. Okay, we're back to having exclusives, but it doesn't have any presence. Okay, so what is it going to do? Nothing. They can cut the console price, okay, but if it doesn't have any presence, how will it sell? That's the point. If Game Pass dies, punish whenever it down, I promise. Oh, they won't. Oh, they won't. That's what I said, though. That's going to be another ammunition out there, because they're going to be like, we told y'all for years this was not sustainable. It was causing a mess. It kills this. It does this. Okay. All right. Bring the rigs, Louis. Exactly. Let's bring the rigs, right? Who's saying they want Xbox to go away? F-ponies and me, let them play in the dog shit ecosystem. Exactly. Which, it sucks for them, because now they had another price increase. Basically, it's the same price as Game Pass, that yet they're not doing anything about it. You said nothing about Xbox. You said, would you know it's selling off on PlayStation? Louis, stop pony bodying. How am I pony bodying? What did I say that was pony bodying, though? I'm speaking the truth, though. We can have all this, but again, if it doesn't show its presence, or say we're here and we have this, we got shit. Folks, forget that Xbox Game Pass made over $5 billion in the fiscal year. Yes, they forgot about that too. But it doesn't matter either, Louis. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, I got a question for you, Light. What's the difference between PlayStation and Xbox? What's the difference? Let's bring this to the table. What's the difference, though? Because I have them both, and I can tell you what is different between them. Simple. Storefronts. But then, and another one is controller. That's it. That's it. What attracts you to a PlayStation? What attracts you? What attracts you is a console that's popular. That's a console that's been talked about. It's a console that people tell you it has games. Well, the other one, they tell you it doesn't have games. Oh my God. The difference is more people like PlayStation. You know why? Because it's the only one that goes out there and shows its presence, just like Nintendo. That's why. Xbox doesn't have any presence, doesn't have any marketing. Why would you look? Why did the 360 sell? Why did it sell? Oh, let me get up on this one. Oh, why did 360 sell? Let's go. Let's bring it. Why did 360 sell? Because I gotta tell you something. Back when the 360 came out, we didn't have any we didn't have that much media presence on here. We didn't. Because back when the 360 came out, all we had was GameSpot, which was called videogames.com back in the day. All we had was IGN. All we had was this, all we had was that. But why did the 360 sell? Why did it go nuts? One, it was cheaper. Two, it had marketing more than anything. You saw 360 everywhere. And three, you could pirate the console. What did PlayStation do? They went out there, they put a $600 price tag on a PS3, which along the way they fixed it. they started to lower the prices, and then they got the console to be where the number is at this very moment. But 360 though was a machine because it had tons of marketing. People talked about it all the time. I mean, I had a friend who got rich with the 360, no joke. How did he get rich? Because he was fixing them. And even though they had the Ring of Death, that SOB still sold more than crazy. It did. And people are so fond up with the exclusive thing, but here's the funny part though. Go look how many games 360 had and go look how many games we have nowadays. From AAA studios. How many AAA studios shut down back in the 360 days? Tons. Tons or sold themselves over to another place. And Gen X Gamer says, Call of Duty marketing. There you go. It's all third party. So you mean to tell me, because, you know, and then when the Xbox One came out, the whole DRM thing became a problem, right? The whole DRM thing became a problem, and they caused a big schematic about the DRM. They caused a big schematic about always being online. They caused a big schematic about it because, hey, you know, oh, it's all TV now, no games. All right. Good question. What exactly is PlayStation giving you that Xbox isn't? Good question, though. What is it? Yeah, exactly. What is it? What is PlayStation giving me, though? No joke. What is PlayStation giving me, though? From different to Xbox? What? Sorrows? Astrobot? I mean, if I want to play a platformer, I'll go get a Nintendo. Because those are the kings of platformers, not PlayStation. It's true, though. No joke. Louis, if someone is stuck in their ways, marketing will not change a thing. That's bullshit. Like, get the fuck out of here with those things, man. That's the biggest BS I'm hearing right now. Right now. It's too much of a big BS. You think that's not going to change? Okay, all right. Keep believing that. Yeah. I mean, Lights, if this was true what you're saying, though, right now, PlayStation 4 would have sold 160 million consoles. PlayStation, no joke, it would have sold more than 160 million, 180 million consoles would have sold. PlayStation 5 would have been now, right now, at this very moment, 120 million consoles sold. So how does that look, though? But I think Jim Ryan was lying and flying because they did not want to lose COD. Because if they lost COD, they knew that PlayStation would. Let me give you an example though. Watch this. Watch this. Here, watch this. If FTC or the CMA did not get in between though, right? They're not getting in there. And Xbox said we're gonna keep COD exclusives. Trust me. PlayStation would have been. How we know would have been dead? Because this is what would have happened. The PlayStation guys who play COD on PlayStation would have sold their PS5, and with that money, they would have gotten an Xbox to play COD on Xbox. That's what it would have done. Louis, how is it BS if someone likes to play games where they like to play games and see? But again, what does PlayStation offer me that Xbox doesn't? Because I play games on both systems, so what's your point? But you're trying to convince me that PlayStation is a likable console. PlayStation was a likable console, would have sold 100. It would have been a 200 million console, but it's not that much of a likable console because people have moved, have expanded, and they decided to go try something else. They decided to go to PC. They decided to go to handhelds. They decided to go to this, to that, to this, to that. But what is PlayStation doing? Just grabbing the same consumer that it had all these years and bringing it back to it. That's it. So the question is, what does Xbox got to do to bring some of those consumers that y'all think they like PlayStation? You know why they buy the PlayStation? I'll tell you why. Because PlayStation markets everything. PlayStation, when you see those commercials, you know, those showcases, do they show the other storefronts? No. They made people do the search. And I can imagine a lot of people do not sit there and search for if this game is a third-party game or not. I bet you they don't do that. I know they don't. Simple, they gotta market themselves, my friend. They gotta market themselves and use everything they got. Use everything they got, lights. Everything they got to get people to jump on this machine. Take, for example, how Safo said it earlier. Don't pull COD from PlayStation. Just use this to say, hey, Xbox gamers, you can have double XP. You can have all this shit. You can have all that stuff. Combat Gamers' marketing deals are very important this time, and collaborations with top influencers. That's another one too. See? Marketing does help the box being pushed. The Xbox One would have still sold steady if it would kept the marketing. Last generation when COD peaked, it was a dumb decision not to keep it. Exactly. That's what literally killed the Xbox One. XBK won't see me. I'm one of the few, I guess, who doesn't care for GTA 6. I've total of an hour played GTA 5. Wow. I see better GTA 6 Day 1, Crazy Louie. Console sales will be down regardless. With anyone knows next consoles are on the way. Marketing deals are proven to not help PS. I will bet the PlayStation 5 will sell less than the PlayStation 4 in the end. But we know why it's going to sell less though. I might have missed it due to commercial, but what are your thoughts of Game Pass was probably before games went to PS? How is it not sustainable pulling games from PS? Look, listen. Money is what keeps these boxes alive, right? We got to get the money in, all right? Money hats haven't sold well. Oh, we know that. We know that. But that's the thing, though. We know that, but it's not. But the money hat, these games that are not that super popular as the COD game. Because with COD, though, they money had the exclusivity deal for years and years, you know, for like a year, or what is it? What up? They hog it for like a year, and that's what people got attracted to jump into the PlayStation, though, to play that. That's what it hopped them into. That's it. They had the exclusivity for like a year, though. But, let me read this question again. It says here, thought I missed the commercial. What are your thoughts on Game Pass more profitable before games went to PS? How is it more sustainable by pulling games from PS? So here's the thing, though. Game Pass is not... At this moment, though, Game Pass should be, if they played their cards right, should be at 70 million to 80 million users right now. I'm not kidding. It should have been in that number. Right now, this very moment, that they played the cards right. The problem is, though, that you can put, because here's the thing, Judas, you can put any game where you want it to go. You can put it. The question is, how much is that game going to attract the user to go ahead and buy it? Take, for example, Gears of War Reloaded. And use that for example. Look at Gears of War Reloaded. Gears of War Reloaded came out, and that's it. And Gears of War is a popular game, though. And it came out to PlayStation. So let me tell you something. That is an Xbox title. One of the big head honchos on Xbox titles is Gears of War. Yeah, it went to PlayStation. And how did they buy it, though? How did they take it? They didn't buy it. Indiana Jones, a popular game, a popular movie, and everything popular. How did it go? On PlayStation. Now, Hogwarts Legacy, though, went fantastic. Even though it had a very controversial thing, Hogwarts Legacy was one of the best-selling video games of this generation. It's up to 40 million sales right now, 42 million right now. One of the best-selling games of this generation, Hogwarts Legacy. Elden Ring sold well. A lot of these games sold well, though. But the thing is, at the end of the day, though, exactly, most pony. I know why so serious. I know they did that, though. I know they did. They did. But either way, though, didn't do shit. And that was a head honcho title going over there. Yes, I did see it. I'm just holding off on it a little bit. Let's see, though. And this, I don't agree with you, Jago. Yeah, but Xbox has to find a way to get new gamers to want to game on Xbox. Not the people that already have chosen Xbox, and marketing can only do so much. Like that area, here's the thing, what I don't agree with you, because remember one thing, though, my friend. I asked you a question. I said, what does PlayStation offer me that Xbox doesn't? And I asked you, what's the difference between both of them? Because the popular games that are on PlayStation are the same popular games that are on Xbox. Now, if Xbox had, let's say, the Series X dropping down in price and a good marketing behind it to tell people, hey, look, we got the Xbox down for this much, you're going to see people who have a PS4 jump into the Xbox, though, for GTA 5. You will see that. If they do a marketing campaign, they will jump into Xbox. What do you think they're going to go ahead and jump into a PS5? Be $900 or $700? But again, they got to go out there and show that they have this console for this much of a price. And not only that, if you did not notice this, last generation, Nintendo Switch sold 50 million? And it started mid-gen. It started mid-gen against the PS4. That motherfucker started mid-gen. Almost to the end of the gen. And yet it sold 50 or 160 million consoles right there. And Nintendo did find growth. And not only that, it sold because it was a video game console. It did not sold because it was a DVD player like the PS2 did. Think about it. The console market has a 2 million cap of about 260 million. The PC is around 2 billion. Mobile is around 4 billion. Why would you limit yourself to mere 90 million? Makes no sense. 100%. Where are they getting 70, 80 million users from, though? You're not getting every Xbox under the sub for each sold plus 50 million PC gamers. And we're raging about marketing. What do you think the poll was? It has people talking about Xbox and engaging with a simple Twitter post. Cost nothing. Compare something simple and free. What do you mean by that, Safo? Louis, most ponies play gear. Someone they see versus $50 million marketing campaign. What do you mean by that, Safo? They both got marketing rights, man. Shit. You don't understand how Microsoft works. They're a software company first, so they're going to lead with with that. With no games, you're good. What good is your console when it comes to making money? Exactly, Lou. Why Gears of War should have stayed on Xbox? It didn't sell well on PlayStation. But Talos, I bet you. And this is Crazy Louis betting you. I bet you 5 cents right here. I'm going to bet 5 cents so we don't go overboard, right? I bet you 5 cents that a Gears of War Reloaded landed on Xbox right now, only on Xbox. It wouldn't sell well either. It wouldn't have. Nobody asked for that stuff. And let me tell you what the problem comes down to this. Here's the problem comes down to this. They want console sales. They want exclusive battles. They want all this stuff. I get it. And it feels good to have this stuff. And let me tell you something. It's good. It's fantastic. But here's the thing, though. When it comes down to this, and I'll ask it again. Why get rid of a negative to add another negative to it? Because this is what's going to add is another negative out there. And y'all need to stop getting Xbox to keep on adding negatives. I mean, hell. Here's another one. So, what happens? And this is something that I know what's going to happen, chat. I know it because, man, chat, listen. I do not know why, but I have this very bad feeling we're going to get software price hikes pretty soon. What happens if the software prices go up? What are you going to do? Seriously, what are you going to do? Because why do you think PlayStation raised the prices on the PS Plus? Why do you think they did that, though? Why don't you ask yourself that question? Why does PlayStation Plus Premium cost the same thing as Game Pass? Why do you think they did that? Because people are subbing more to subs now. People are now going to seriously, even Matt Piscatella said this. People are using more subs than ever. People are doing this. People are doing that. They're trying to get games for real cheap, though. They're trying to. So if people are actually having this behavior, why do you want to throw out a negative? I mean, a positive and turn it into a negative, which is Game Pass. Get them both to work. That's your job on Xbox. That's what we gotta keep. That's what we gotta talk about. Hey, Xbox, why don't we do this instead of getting rid of exclusives, right? I mean, not getting rid of exclusives. Instead of getting rid of this third-party exclusive thing, only this. Why don't we work on both and try to bring them both together and try to make something perfect? That's the topic that should be in hand. Not asking the community or asking people out there if you want to choose this one or that one. Come on, man. Of course, you're just dividing even more the community than how it was now. And not only that, now you're pissing off people that is not worth pissing off for. That are happy the way it was. Why pay $50 campaign for engagement when all they can do is put a poll to Twitter for free? But the thing is, though, Safo, that poll should have never gone out there. Should have never, ever gone out there. Because right now, what it did was piss off people. I mean, you got RSJ fan over here being mad. You got Gen X Gamer being mad. You got people being mad about it. And that's something that you're doing. You're causing people to get mad. And right now, we do not want people to get mad. We want people to be happy. Because, man, all they've done this generation is be mad. And that's what I see from the Xbox community. A lot of us are mad about certain things. Of course, am I happy that it's supposed to have gone on PlayStation? No. Am I some person that's happy about it? No. I wish we could have that back, but hey, listen. What made me change my mind is this. I go in, I see the numbers, I'm like, shit, people are not playing these games. They got to get the money in order to keep on delivering first-party content. That's what I saw. And I see the behavior on the other side being the same thing too. On two of these consoles, because on Nintendo, though, they do miracles over there. What if we choose Game Pass over Security and Xbox raises prices for Game Pass again? Sanchez, here's the funny part. That is something that's not going to stop because people are choosing more services out there than anything. That's fine, but it drives... Oh, exactly, Safo, I know. But it drives engagement to who? To that one person who posts that tweet out there. That's who it drives engagement to. But listen, Xbox has got the ammo. They got the ammo to grow. They got the ammo to cook. They got the ammo to do what they want to do. They need this just one thing, and that is show yourself in marketing, show yourself in presence, and use that ammo that you have in there to bring best of the both worlds out there to get people to jump over here, subscribe to the service, and enjoy what you do, Xbox. Because again, what is the difference between a PlayStation and Xbox? What is it? Saros? Wolverine? Spider-Man? That's the difference? Really? When you have over here Master Chief, you have Gears of War. Should I keep on adding to it? You have Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls alone can take down any of these Spider-Man and Wolverine games no matter what. Elder Scrolls is a really fucking popular game. You have Diablo. You have COD alone. Can literally destroy all these freaking exclusives that PlayStation has. All of them. COD alone can do that. You have everything Xbox to go out there and push these two worlds together and make it beautiful. Just gotta sit down and figure it out. And get away from all these people that are trying to drive and divide even more the community, because right now that question, all it did was divide the community for what? For engagement? Okay, get your engagement, cool, but at the end of the day, you're pissing off people. And if it does happen, all you're gonna do is divide even more the community than how it's been divided up. And now right now what you gotta do is get them together. So Xbox, don't make a boo-boo. We're tired of boo-boos. I'm tired of all these boo-boos you guys are making all the time. I'm tired of you guys stepping on brakes. I'm tired of all that shit. Make it work. If you want to get exclusives back, get 2 or 3 exclusives. I don't care. Bring it. Get Game Pass going. Good. Get it going. Get everything on a dot. Get everything working. Who's pissed off about that? Oh, John Willex Booth. I know several people are, though. Talos, it can be on anywhere. But Gears of War, Halo, and all this can drive some console sales, but COD can ultimately bring you the cash. Because they have the perfect weapon. All they got to know how to make it work. That's all. What I'm saying is Xbox would have maintained the marketing field, would have had the money of development, console bundles, and etc. Remember in 2015, MS was trying to kill off Xbox also. John Willex Booth. Why? The thing is, look, right now, I'll tell you what agitates me behind this. What really makes me mad. Xbox has been on a good streak for the last 2 or 3 months. They've been on a good streak. We have had good stuff happening to the consoles. We have had updates. We have had better things for the Xbox console itself. We now got, you know, what else are we having? We're actually getting graphic boost into the console. We're getting so much stuff happening in the console that you're like, wow, all this cool stuff is happening, and it's been good conversation. We've been talking about it, happy about, you know, talking about a boot up. Look how simple a boot up has made a lot of people happy. Just the boot up made a lot of people happy. It did. And just because you don't have something negative to talk about, you gotta throw something negative out there. Because that's what it did, though. This question got a lot of negative attention, especially for the people who love Xbox. I mean, look, even Becca, RSJ fan on here, said this. To hell with exclusives, I want Game Pass games. So, and then someone might come around and say, hey, yo, someone that's a big fan and say, hey, yo, you know, hey, Becca, or RSJ fan, or for whoever out there, they can tell her, hey, listen, I want the exclusive F Game Pass, and that causes a fight right there between the community for no reason. That's the problem. I'm a fan, but it's pronounced John Wikes Booth as play on the name of the game. I don't know what you're talking about, though. You're forgetting that Phil Spencer said in ABK court case that ABK essentially pulled marketing from Xbox and gave it to PS by giving them favorable conditions. Xbox wasn't allowed. Exactly. That's the whole point. I should use data information from fanboys. Fanboys complained in 2013. We still got DRM always online and etc. Yep. That's how it is. Tarn Phantom says I'm Gen X from 79 too. We'll have to allow. Yeah, Vision has Xbox games and exclusive. Xbox is pretty much naked. They need something to make you buy the console. Talos, they have the perfect weapon. And trust me, it's not going to be a Halo. It's not going to be a Gears of War. It's not going to be this. The perfect weapon is going to be using COD will drive those sales. And having those extra exclusives in there, of course, is going to help it. But it's not going to be the main seller. It's going to be COD. They have the weapon to do it, my friend. They do. And with that weapon, though, if they market it, they will sell like crazy. That's how it is. That's how it is. And Talos, another thing though, PlayStation put their games on PC and still sold 93 million. Or shipped 93 million, whatever it is. Still sold. Doesn't do shit to them. Oh, no, Colin Prime. I never said that Call of Duty should be exclusive. No. Now they should have exclusive content on Xbox, though. That's what they should do. Meaning that Sony agreed with the sweet deal that MS wasn't willing to give. Guess what? Bit him in the ass. Question isn't an early negative. The negative people who can't let others disagree. John Wolex Booth, it is a negative question right now, especially because, look, let me explain to you why is it a negative. You don't see the thing behind this, though. Right now, you got a company that is giving you a good deal with Game Pass right now. They're giving you great deals with Game Pass. You're having fun with Game Pass. You're having fun with the service. And that is, look, out of all things, out of all the positive things Xbox has, that's one of the most positive thing out there right now is Game Pass. Game Pass is super positive. And if you go out there, especially with the changes that are being made on Xbox itself right now, and if you go out there and try to tell people, hey, look, hey, yo, listen, my friends, yo, I love you, but hey, I got a question for you. Would you kill Game Pass for Xbox exclusive and pay $80, $90 for those games? What would you prefer, pay $30 or pay $80? I'm being honest though. What do you prefer, pay $30 or pay $80, or pay $23 or pay $80? What do you prefer? And let's see how that goes. Let's see if you, by doing that, it's going to bring us some cash. Of course it will. But at the end of the day, is everyone going to pick it up? No. They won't. I don't understand why so many Xbox people think that exclusivity is some magical thing that's going to make Xbox outsell PS, because we already had exclusivity before it hardly moved the needle. I mean, they bought Bethesda. How did that go? Bethesda was a closed deal in 2020. How did that go? How did that go? And it was in 24 they decided to go ahead and put games out there. Was it 24 or 23? I don't remember though. But how did that go? I'm being serious. How did that go? Because look, I always say this. All we gotta do is look at this generation. Let's look at it real quick. Let's look at it. Let's look at this. All right. What year did Phil Spencer say? We will start with 4 games on PS5. It was the year 2024. We are 4 years in the generation. How did that go? They already have Bethesda. They closed down the ABKD. How did that go? They want to destroy the best deal in gaming just to get exclusives in the mouth. The best deal in gaming right now. Because listen, Tarn Phantom, what would you want? I got a question for you. Since you're from 79, I'm from 83. What was our dream as kids? What was our dream as kids? And we had Nintendo, we had all this stuff. I'll tell you what was my dream, man. I'll tell you what was my dream. Every time I did this. No, John, I'll tell you what was my dream, though. Every time I did this, right? This is my dream, though. I remember that I went to the video it wasn't Blockbuster, but it was on the video or Movie Max or whatever. And I remember I did this. I saw this box on there, and I was like, oh, what's this about? And I remember flipping it over. Oh, this looks cool. Let me look at this other box right over here on this side. Oh, this looks cool. Oh, let me look over here on this side. Let me look over here on this side and do the same thing over and over again. And I said, man, I wish I could take all these games, these 5 or 6 games I just saw, take it with me home for the weekend. That's what I wish, though, back in the day. Now, when I was a kid, though, I did not know what exclusive was. Because for me, that didn't exist. And that subject got brought up because Sega came out and brought up Sonic, but I did not know what exclusive was. All I know was Sega was the place for me to play Sonic and Nintendo was the place for me to play Mario. That's it, but still I did not know what exclusive was. All I know, that was the only things I know. And I remember me fighting and saying Mario's better than Sonic, or Sonic is better than Mario, or Sonic runs much more faster than Mario, Mario cannot run. Man, and this 16-bit thing, that was my argument. Oh, Sega has blast processing, not knowing what blast processing was. That was the whole topic of conversation. But again, I did not know what exclusivity was until it got super weaponized. And then it became a topic of conversation. Because we knew it was there. 360 days, it has so many games. But in 360 days, I don't remember talking about exclusivity that much. As much as I did in 2018. And that's the truth, though. In 2018 was the time where it started to ramp up the conversation. Because you had an Xbox One X, and they said, okay, it doesn't have any games. Let's go tackle that down and say Xbox doesn't have any games. And that became the term. And then Xbox decided to go pick up Double Fine to go pick up Ninja Theory to go pick up Obsidian to go pick up Bethesda to go pick up all these studios that make great games. Well, look how it went to. In 2024, Xbox said, hey, we decided to put our games over here. Why? Because, and that's the thing, though. For 7 or 8 years, we have had a box that had exclusive content on it, yet it did not sell well. Why? And I'll tell you why. Because PlayStation had a COD contract, and that COD contract attracted the players to jump on the PlayStation and play the games, you know, for the exclusive year and blah, 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 throughout the whole year. And under our noses, because people didn't bring it up because they were so focused on the exclusive content, they did not focus on how this one game, this one little game, pushed this box to sell a lot, and that was COD. It wasn't Horizon Forbidden West. It wasn't Zero Dawn. It wasn't what was the other one? Shit, I forgot. Last of Us. It wasn't none of this. Days Gone, none of that. It was COD that pushed the box. A third-party game, incredible, huh? Dunk Game Pass is just an agenda 2030. You will own nothing. Subscription service. Don't be naive for all that stuff. Oh, I know. We haven't owned anything for years, though. Phew. Nintendo does that because they, okay, so what's going on? Kids ain't wanting to or buying consoles. That's another one too. Tennis Gamers is to have all the games. So yeah, so that then comes the question. I asked this to you all. As a kid, that's what I wanted. All the games. Now I have something that's giving me all the games I want to play. And the thing is, right now I don't have the time to play them. But when I do find the time, though, I am enjoying it. And I'm happy that I have a service like this. And then comes the questions, why do I want to get rid of a negative topic out there to bring up another one that's been positive, bring it down to a negative? My friends, we don't need this right now. You know what we need? We need for us to rally up together as an Xbox community. We need for us to try to push this box to where it needs to get pushed. And of course, we need Xbox to push, because not only us is not going to push it. Y'all need to push so that can help us push it even further. Pause. That sounded wrong, but it's true though. What XP has built thus far is better than anything they would have done in the past. Oh my God. I gotta tell you something though. Oof. I mean, I sit here and why? Let me see. What does this box have these days? That I look at, I'm like, I have the greatest service in the world right now, where I'm paying $23 a month and enjoying everything it brings to the table. I'm happy with what it brings. $20 a month, right? It's beautiful. All right. I have less time to play, so exclusive games are no issue to me. I pick the best exclusive games I buy. Okay, go for it, man. But again, so you're one. We need to get the other 60%, my friend. You're one of the 40%. But what are we going to get the 60% to come over here? That's the problem. And you think that 60% buys consoles for exclusives? They buy to play one game and put all their money in the microtransactions. Louis, I thought it was Alex the Kid. What do you mean by Alex the Kid, though? Both parents need the game, and each child needs the game. This is why Nintendo sells a bazillion games. They just aren't like Xbox or PS or any. They are a family brand and makes games. Nintendo is king when it comes to that, though. They got everything perfect down there, pretty much. But once you grow up and you find out what the hell is going on, you're like, oh, shit, 2026, more and more companies are asking games than in the 360 PS3 days. Way more people have his money to spend on games, and a lot are buying third party. That's the truth, though. I know one thing: if you're a fanboy, F up Game Pass. Y'all too old to have this mindset. Kids these days can care less about exclusives. Exactly. They don't care for that shit. And that's the 60% you got to get. That's the 60% you got to bring. You got to bring that 60% of the gamers that just buy the console to buy this one game and pour their money into microtransactions. That's what you got to do. No exclusivity, no competition, trash games. Math isn't hard in this. But PlayStation didn't have exclusivity this generation, and your point? What exclusivity did PlayStation have? Only 3 games that are actually exclusive to PlayStation. 3. Let's say 4 now. Probably. And Sanchez Martinez Gaming, they won't. That's the sad part. They won't buy it, though. They won't buy it because of their egos. And listen, let those ego guys stay over there. What we got to do is get that 60% that don't have the egos like they do and bring them over here. That's what you got to do. And how do you do it? Marketing, show your presence, and use what you have as a weapon. And you'll see how many people you're going to attract to there. And again, do not F up Game Pass, because literally, how is this a positive when you guys have something negative going on right now, which is the exclusives going to PlayStation? That's the negative thing you guys have. But when it comes down to Game Pass, a lot of people are super happy. They are. A lot. And why in the blue hell are you gonna piss off those a lot of people that are super happy just to get this exclusive for back for what? Because here comes because again it comes back to it and is this. I don't even zoom in for this shit. Are they going to fucking buy it? No, they're not. Shit. Because good games are no longer a thing. It's why games are bad now. There's no competition. Proving my point. Oh, okay. All PS fans do is buy an Xbox console and solve all problems. Jago, the game's success is not bringing new gamers onto the combat gamer. The thing is, you're not gonna look. Consoles are a niche thing. Right now, what's big out there is mobile. Why do you think they want to go out there to these mobile stores and working on that thing as much as they can? Because mobile is actually the number one thing people game on. Number two is PCs, and number three is consoles, though. And consoles have not grown for like the last 15 or 20 years. If it has grown, it's been a little teensy bit. While the other ones like mobile just keep on growing because, of course, now it's a necessity, right? And besides being a necessity, you play games on it, which is a plus on it. But again, you know, that's what I try to tell people, Louis. Starfield was the game that Magic exclusive. Man, Starfield, listen, Starfield is a very good main board alpha. It was a very good, great game. But at the end, though, it's not as big as COD, though. And it could have been exclusive, but did it? And listen, it was there for 3 years, and they never said it was going to go to PlayStation, though. They never said it, never said it. They were just quiet about it. All the ones that were saying it were the sites. They, after like 3,000, what was it? 3,000 posts from these media sites, they finally got it on there. It was quiet. And did that move people to go buy an Xbox? No. Since 2018 and 2024, did that move people? No, because they do not show that they're out there like PlayStation does. Louis, Magic will help it sell. Yeah, let's get Magic in there, 100%. Let's get Magic over there. GTA 6 might be the last great game we get for a decade. Everything is watered down with no fine detail. I wouldn't say that though, because there's been so many great games that I can actually fight GTA 6 on this. I mean, even though it did not sell well as GTA though, but ooh, man. Oh, John Will X Booth, I mean, it's awful to you, buddy, but it's cool. No worries. I mean, I did not like Avowed. Not all the games, we're gonna like them. No worries. Starfield is the definition of boredom. How is that bored though? Because Starfield was not boring at all. I did a lot of stuff in Starfield, and I got away from it because if I continue though, it would have been the only game I would play this generation. No joke. Shit, there's so much stuff to do in Starfield. It's insane. I'll tell you this one, Harry. A game that really had my mouth open when I played it. And I got away from it because, you know, I finished and I said, no, I'm not going to go back to this. But because already, you know, unlocked all the magic and everything. That was Hogwarts Legacy, though. Hogwarts Legacy was wow. Hogwarts Legacy was wow. Even though it did not sell like GTA, though, but that motherfucker sold. And that was an incredible game. One of the best games this generation, too. Oof. Christian does crash on PS, but didn't talk about it. Why? Because the media isn't allowed to talk about PS crashes or game performing better on Xbox. Exactly. And that's what you got to go out there and destroy those negative. And that's what I mean, though. We got to go out there and destroy these negative comments, though. That's what I mean, though. But again, why? When I saw that question form yesterday, I said, why do you want to get rid of a negative to bring in another negative? I mean, bro, let's make them both positive. They are throwing a rumor out there that Hogwarts Legacy 2 may announce. Oh, I hope so, though. 2? Oof. Yes, but that Sarabon's tactic was Xbox ever, but I shot doing what Phil and Sarah didn't listen to the fans. I wouldn't pinpoint Phil or Sarah on this. I will pinpoint this to Nadella though. I think it was this. This is because look, after 2024, it became the Nadella Hood era. I'm gonna say is that games that crash on PS, people will not buy them. Oh, they won't talk about it though, Safo. Why should they though? PS is king. PS has media in their pockets. They do. I mean, Push Square, I don't know what happened to them. They're pissed off right now at Sony, though. Damn. Satya and Hood, yep. Satya and Hood. This became the Satya and Hood era. So let me jump into Discord because I know I have some messages in Discord. I bet Fallout 5 won't have the score Fallout 4 did. MS will limit it. Probably it will, though. Probably it will. Yes, we did, Safwan. We did talk about it. We did talk about how Capcom PC was the biggest audience. We did talk about that. Phil gives you an option to play games without breaking your wallet, and he didn't listen to fans. Exactly. Sarah hasn't done anything that Phil or Sarah wouldn't do. Again, people try to pinpoint Phil and Sarah for all this, but for me, it's So it says right here. Watch this. April 2026 projected the top selling video games on physical and full digital game sales, and this is 2026 of April. This is between 4/5/26 through 5/2, which was in May. Title: Tamaduchi Living the Dream. That was Nintendo. Number 1. Pragmata number 2. Crimson Desert number 3. MLB The Show 26 number 4. Windrose number 5. Pokemon Poketopia number 6. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 Nintendo number 7. Starfield number 8. Saros number 9. And Nintendo and Mario Kart World was number 10. Those are the games bought. Now let's see what was the most games played though. And I bet you it's COD. It's... oh, God. It's all of these games, though. Oh, chat, let's move it on up. Let's talk a little bit about something else, because we've been on here for 2 hours ranting about the same thing, though. It's usually blame people who are more public facing. As she's doing all the easy stuff to please current Xbox owners, she still hasn't addressed how she will sell more Xboxes. That's what we're waiting for. It's completely fair to say a business-minded person is a better CEO than a gamer CEO. I thought exclusive didn't sell well. Weird that's what now? What was the top 3? I mean, you want to know something? There was only one game that sold, and this was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. That was on Nintendo, though. Pragmata was number 2, and Crimson Desert was number 3. So that's 2 games that were third party that sold more than a first party game. If you put them together, it'll probably beat the first party game. If Tomodachi Life, I don't know what the hell is Tomodachi Life? That's the first time I hear that thing. Tomodachi Life. But you pay. Another thing is Nintendo though. Nintendo only plays Nintendo games. That's all they do. That's why Nintendo's got the marketing down perfectly. And these companies wanted to do that too. I did not know Tamagotchi life though. But hey, good job on them. But again, that's sales though, you babe. But what are people playing though? One thing is sales and what people are playing is another one though. Sony's paying out the ass with all these lawsuits. They can't catch a break. Laugh out loud. Yep. Phil and Sarah were pushing Game Pass for it to be the next Netflix with their subscription numbers. This is why it's an Xbox ad. No, the Xbox. This is an Xbox ad was to tell everybody where you can actually play Xbox everywhere, like literally everywhere. But the problem was with that ad is that it literally did not talk a little bit about the console like it should though. And say this is an Xbox, this is where it all started, and this is if you want to come back to it, you know, it's right here. But this is where it has expanded, and tell everybody where it has expanded. That's something that never did though. There was something new. The campaign pissed off Xbox employees, and they said it was very disrespectful. If my son didn't take it school. Wait, what? Oh, you want to play the Pokemon? Hey, now. Hey, you bought it for your son, Safo. Let him have fun. Let him have fun, Safo. Don't be mad at your son. It told her when you can play games on everything, so don't even bother buying an Xbox. But that was not... Listen, I bet you on the world that was... Oh, my God, I'm telling you. But anyways, let's move it on up, chat. I think we've done enough ranting for today for this thing. And chat, I'm going to do a 10-minute video, you know, later on talking about something I want to say. And post it on here, see how that goes. But, let's bring up the spiciness right now. And yes, chat, this is happening. Yay! All right. Yep, I wasn't expecting this to happen. PS Plus price increase also hits. Extra premium tiers are all the new prices. Yay! This deal keeps getting worse, says Push Square. Yes, Pony fanboys, take that. So 1 month for premium is $18.99. Wow, it's pretty much the same price as Game Pass though. Damn. Oh shit. To get nothing. 11.99, $15.99 for the essential, and the other one is $19.99. Oh wait, well, no wait. It's basically, oh shit, it is. No, that's crazy. 3 months subscription. Ah man. Here we go. As previously reported, the 12-month subscription option is unaffected across all 3 membership tiers. Although some readers have reached out to us, report that this isn't the case in some countries. Australia, for example, is seeing price increases across the board, including to its 12-month subscription plan. Oh, baby. We're going to hear more about this later on. Oh, more price increases over there. Let's go. What's up, Cage the Colonist? How you doing? I mean, Cage the Cunning Linguist. Oh, okay. Why did I say the Colonist, though? I don't know why. Weird. Can I get the link to voice? The ad is not on the Xbox dashboard. All right. Then they told you that everything else is an Xbox. When you buy an Xbox, if you play its content on devices you already own, it was smooth brain ad. Well, let me tell you something. If they would have explained, this is where you got a game though, but we have expanded everywhere. That's a little different story then. Fighting over and subscription services losing battles and corporations are laughing at each other and every single one being subscribed being corporate controlled. I mean, if you don't like it, Tarn, I just got a solution for you. You're not going to like the Don Matrick response, but yeah, go back to the day. Get yourself a PS2. Get yourself a PS1. Get yourself an OG Xbox. But, baby, price increases are coming to PlayStation. And we warned them. We warned them. Another good news is, let's go look at this. Remember the other day, Xbox came up and said the top 20 Xbox player voice trending feedback items you voted are so far Game Pass, Family Plan, backwards compatibility, and yes, Xbox exclusive and more. So let's see, what were they though? So it says here, number 20, remove ads from the home screen. I don't know how that bothers me though, but these ads don't bother me though, but okay. Add music to the home screen. What? I don't want the same damn song repeating on my home screen. Screw that. 100% achievement awards like PlayStation Platinum trophies. Let's see Xbox game achievements. Official support for Ukraine. 15 stream games on YouTube. That's a good feature to add though. Add voice clip. That's another good point too. Add voice, chat clip recording. A good thing too. Boost FPS boost. We already have a boost FPS boost. All they gotta do is perfected it though. Lower the price of the hardware. Good. Expand Xbox Play Anywhere to order games. Perfect. Change playing time from days to hours. I like having days and hours too. I like them having both together. I don't understand though. HDR dashboard support. Boost support in Brazil. See what I mean? Market and presence. Markets and presence. See, that's number 8 right here, but okay. At least they brought it up. Bring back Xbox avatars. That's a cool feature too. 6 disk-based game support for Xbox Helix. I don't know about that one though. 5 Xbox Family Plan. If above and true, I would like to see it get kicked out of Xbox Game Pass ecosystem, exchange for revival, and this and this and that. Okay, hold on, try to pick up this phone so I can call him. Hello, buenas. Sí, joven, de usted más por nada, pero ya me como en 30 minutos que estoy en una reunión y no he terminado. Sí, sí, perdone. Bye. So let's keep on going though. Separate Xbox achievements between basic games and DLC. Make online multiplayer fully free. That's a good one too. Alright. Boost Xbox backward compatibility and a return to exclusive games. So, comes to my point of what I was saying earlier though. And see, Lou was right. Lou was right about something. What did Lou say though? People are voicing what they need for Xbox, right? But yeah, did you see him complain something about Game Pass? Has there been one complaint on this voice ads? You know, this Xbox player voice, has there been one complaint about Xbox Game Pass? No. So why do you want to take away the most positive thing and turn it into a negative just to get rid of a negative and turn it into a positive? Again, we're still in the same situation, my friends. It's that simple. I don't know about the family plan, but I'm going to talk about that tomorrow because I want to read more into it because that came out today. I will talk about more of that tomorrow. And that is above and near true. I would like to see EA get kicked out of Xbox Game Pass ecosystem in exchange for a revival Xbox Game Pass family plan. Personally, EA barely releases games anymore anyway. It shouldn't be allowed to hold back Xbox customers, given how unethical its contributions have been. I just buy the damn game. Every EA game that I liked, I just bought it. Didn't wait for it to come to Game Pass though. But all right. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. But yes, there hasn't been one complaint about Game Pass on this. There hasn't been one. Did you hear Conor Marori PlayStation account was hacked and shut down? The good thing is, Mr. Kima, that happened to him because now they're talking about it. And that's a problem that's been going on for the last 20 years, though. I'd say, though. I just said 20 just so, you know. So you follow corporate controller guidelines, so yes, you're... What? What's going on? And that's the funny thing, though. So Colin got hacked, and now they're talking about it. Now they want to bring it up. But what happened to the Nicolas dude, the French journalist who got hacked? What happened to the guy who had the best trophies things out there a couple months ago and got hacked too, and now he can't get his account back? What happened to Hazardous Gaming's account that also got hacked too? You know? What happened to that one? Why don't y'all, I haven't been talking about it for a while. Oh no, let's focus on Xbox. That's all you do. There have been an AI named Tifa Deep. What? What? What are we talking about mind control and game control? I'm lost right here. It's happening to him, just drew more attention to the matter of PSN security, which has been happening for years. Yet they don't talk about it because that's something that, you know, they do though. Louis, you know what should be on there? More SSS options instead of overpriced Seagate and W. Oh, that's another one too, Cage. I did not think about that one too. You're right. But that will be a next gen thing though. You're right, though. You're correct on that. That's what it is, though, chat. And, you know, another good thing that has happened, and I don't know if this is a good thing or not, because, you know, I got to read more into this dude. But let's see what he does, though. Microsoft hired a heavy hitter. And I froze. Fuck. All right, I'm back. So it says here, Microsoft Xbox CEO Sharma hires widely respected gaming industry analysts for strategy that the move helps position Xbox for the future. So let's see though. It's been only 3 months since Phil Spencer retired, and Microsoft new Xbox CEO. The time, massive price cut of Xbox Game Pass, original boost on Xbox user experience, the end of Microsoft Gaming, in favor of a huge manifesto for the brand's future, and a new player voice forum. So let's see though who she hired though. So his name is Matthew Ball. So let's get him though. It says here the most recent Xbox Leadership World that saw Sharma bring. Let me get the chat up. All right. He's saying if you follow the rules anywhere, you're being mind control. Oh, that's what he's saying though? Oh, okay. Alright. I saw Sharma, several of the former colleagues from Microsoft Core AI and Instacart into the fold to serve the goal of creating a platform that is affordable, personal, and open, achieved by staying close to the work and people we serve. Now, according to new memo seen by Windows Central, she's expecting executive Xbox leadership further 3 new hirings on the promotions. All right. The first of these we see pick up Matthew Ball as Chief Strategy Officer, Xbox Chief Strategy Officer, who Sharma commended is widely respected across gaming media and technology and a long-time gamer. And that's actually already been advising her since day 10 of her tenure. Matthew has been partnering with us on strategy since day 10 and officially starts this month reporting to me, she said in the notice. Oh, wow. Ball is best known for his yearly The State of Video Gaming reports that Sharma calls essential reading across the industry. Let me see what this is about, though. Oh. How long is this, though? 1, 2, 3. Oh, shit. I gotta read all this stuff? It's 150 pages. Oh, no. Don't tell me we're gonna have a guy who's gonna put 150 pages at the ABK deal again. Oh, Lord. But let's keep reading, though. I just opened that file, though, and I got scared. Ah. Man. Why VR, though? Oh, shoot. I saw Bro Boy with his membership, though. Bro Boy, what's the membership, man? I forgot about that, Bro Boy. I'm so sorry. I gotta go back to that later on. You've been a member for so many months, and I forgot to shout it out, though, Bro Boy. I'm so sorry because I was in the rant mode. Adidas 20 member for 29 months. Economy Cast, thank you for that, Adidas 20. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. So let's keep going. And what respected is extremely through data support analysis in general. He has similar positions in the companies before, including Amazon Studios, Otter Media, McKinsey and Company, and Accenture. Okay. Sharma has also brought on Microsoft Chief Vice President of Azure OpenAI and AI Infrastructure Scott Van Vliet as Xbox News Chief Technology Officer, citing his experience spending more than 2 decades building technology and consumer platforms across cloud, commerce, gaming, entertainment. Stoked to share I'm joining Xbox as CTO. I've been a gamer my whole life and Xbox fan since day one. Good, that's what we need, more Xbox fans, right? Bring together 2 things that clearly they provide building platforms and gaming. Village wrote on LinkedIn. A huge thanks to Asha for opportunity to help create the future of play. Let's go to work. And Chris Osberg, corporate vice president of, I think we already read this last week as she hired a couple people though. But this one's interesting though. Matthew Ball though. You think he's actually going to do a good job, chat? Not Matthew Ball? Matthew Ball, sorry. But yeah, that's all that's been on the Xbox news. Tarn Phantom, I mean, if you're going to be aggressive on here, man. Chill out. But what did this man say? What I want is a VR remaster of OG Gears of War trilogy. Why? I mean, you're like the only person on this chat that's asking for that. The only person. One. I've not seen anyone else talk about it. Really, I mean, you're like the only person who mentioned that. Zigos is kind of for standalone AAA games, and it depends. Game Pass offerings. No one is going to make an entire VR remaster sell 7 copies. But you're talking about possible hardware price tags and negatives. You shouldn't be talking like that. What do you mean? Did you talk about the PlayStation Plus though? That was gonna happen? No, I'm just laughing, that's all. I don't like price hikes, period. But I'm just laughing at the PlayStation fanboys, though. Because, heck, they don't fight nothing. They just let PlayStation do whatever it wants. That's what it does. That's what it does. What else is cooking out there? I know there's a family plan, which I will talk about it tomorrow, my friends, because, you know, I got to really read deep into it to see what goes on with that. And yeah. Yep. He's going to get attention now. Steam Farm is going to die faster than the Steam Machine. Steam Frame, you mean? Really? You think it's going to die, though? I love yours. Actually, watching movies. You can watch it in a huge theater. Nice. You know, I never tried that, though. I've not watched a movie on it, though. Do you think a rumor going around Helix could enable you to digitize your physical library? I mean, that you probably could, though. That would be a nice feature. If you could, though. Because the thing is, right now, you just cannot compete with the digital. With the digital that's happening, though. I went digital. And I got my reasons why I went digital, Bold Alpha Whoop, because at the end of the day, though, one of my favorite things about going digital is that I don't have to wait till someone, or I have to wait for my Amazon orders to get shipped, for it to get to the courier, for the courier then to send it to me, and I have to wait a week, especially with the fuel situation going on. We got to wait for the plane to fill up, you know, with stuff so they can fill up the plane with gas and bring it over here because the fuel prices have gone up, though, so I'm happy I have digital to download and play. That's it. I'm happy about that. 100%. 100%. No, I'm not seeing the new Virtual Fighter League footage. I got to check it out, though. Got to check it out. Yeah, you're right, Harry Boss. Like, how did you know, though? Because I got to go. You know, I got things I got to do, though. Even though yesterday I did not do a show. But, man, Chad, I'm sorry I didn't do it because, look, I was gaming till 4 a.m. So I sat there and I started playing Subnautica 2, which it was a blast playing it. I needed to play it, you know, and then while I was waiting for Forza Horizon 6 to download, now I downloaded and I started playing it. I was like, oh shit. And as soon as I saw the time, I said, uh-oh, it's time for me to go to bed. So I got on here, started working on the show, and I said, should I do a show tomorrow? Should I? You know what? I was gaming. I'm going to bed. So, yeah, I went to bed and said, you know, I'm going to do a show on Thursday. That's it. Either way, there was not that much news besides the State of Play. You know, that happened. That's it. Which, okay, cool. You're going to know State of Play. All right, awesome. What are you going to see, though? I don't know. Are we going to see PlayStation put more games on PC? I mean, I don't know. I mean, heck, it could happen, though. Of course, I got to throw that salt in. But, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yep. And like I said again, though, chat, that question in there should have not been thrown out there. But yeah, we're going to talk about how EA got canceled, everything. But chat, like always, before the crazy one goes, tell me what you've all been playing, chat. Sub Louis 2. This is your job now, Louis. Laugh out loud. I know. But look, Malcolm Lax, look. If I don't game, if I don't sit down and game, then what would be the purpose of me doing the show? You know? Because I got to game, my friend. Because look, like I said, I've done some changes in my life, right? And the changes in my life is I decided to start doing some more exercise because I want to lose the weight, though. I seriously want to lose the weight. I'm tired of being fat. I'm tired of waking up, you know, being the way I was. You know, I'm tired of everything just going nuts in my head and all that stuff. And so, is that why you're round and fat? Because you don't go out anymore? Because of the... Look at X-Marie making off me. X-Marie, what did I do to you, though? Is that why you're round and fat? Because you don't go out anymore? Just Chris Sinsoon digital sloppy chat. No. It's not because of that, though. No, I'm being serious, though. The thing is that before, and I'll tell you why I went digital, though. I'll tell you this quick story, though. So, Ex-Marine, what happened was that when... What was this game called? That was the last physical game I bought. Shoot. Battlefield. I know it was a Battlefield game. It was the one with the police and the robbers. Was it Hardline? Battlefield Hardline, right? Was that right? That was the last physical game I bought. And the problem was that Ex-Marine, when I picked up the game, right? I got it 2 weeks later. And so someone told me, Louis, why don't you buying this? Why don't you go ahead and download this buy it digital and just get it from there instead of getting it physical? Because, I mean, for you to wait for it again, just get it like that. And that's why I became digital. 4 years later, I'm tired of being fat. Yep, I just got tired of it. I'm tired of being fat. So I started exercising, getting my roundabouts, and I haven't been gaming as much. Now I'm gaming. Now I'm happy. Hey, Mike216. Hey, welcome to the show. Hey, chat. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell. If you really like the content, man, go for it. So yeah, so I decided to start exercising, and for me to get adjusted took me a while. Now I'm getting adjusted to the bicycle, though. I mean, I'm good. Thank you, Mike2. Thank you. This is my house. Yep. And if you come here, you better be nice, though. If you ever come visit, better be nice. Chris Lewis is not fat, he's just chunky like Joey Chunks. So yeah, so I'm doing exercises and that's it. So for me to get adjusted to it was a pain in the butt, but I'm getting adjusted to it. I'm getting it. I can't, like right now I'm thinking like, okay, I gotta do some errands and I already have my time. 4 o'clock, I'm here at home exercising. That's what I'm doing. Just look at those guns here. Flexing guns. I got arms as big as Hulk Hogan. Flexing. But some valleys crash. Oh man, Chef, what you all been playing before I start heading out, man? I gotta head out. What y'all been playing? I've been playing Subnautica. Since I finished Subnautica 2, now I'm back to Subnautica 0, and now I'm having fun with Subnautica 0 Below, and playing Forza Horizon 6, of course, you know? Royal Machine is great. 24-inch pythons, brother, yeah. Louis got muscles like Donkey Kong. Hell yeah. So wait a minute, you're calling me Donkey Kong now? Damn, see what I mean? That's always gotta be picking on me. But chat, seriously, we're playing Grandia 2. Nice. Grandia 2, wow, that's a classic. Wow, I gotta get that for the Dreamcast, the Grandia. Wow, loved that game back in the day. Do I end up being like Kevin Mike Johnson? The same. But chat, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. That's seriously, chat. You guys are the best. Forza 6 and Final Fantasy 14. Nice. Good thing. Seriously, chat, it's been a good show today. Sorry for my 2-hour rant. I know I went for 2.5 hours ranting about this, but the thing is, chat, I'm tired of all this stuff. Instead of taking away a negative to turn to a positive to bring up another negative, get both negatives into positives. My Tio says, Right there with the 12, what is it, pound or euro, chat. He says, we are Xbox, 100%. And that's why, yeah, he did show up today, bro boy. You were in the meeting, he did show up, my friend. But boy, I'll catch your membership tomorrow. I forgot to mention it because I was on that rant. I'll get it tomorrow just to let you know. What? X-Marine, what's wrong with you? What do you mean from man, what's wrong with you, man? Man, I bet you X-Marine likes to play Monopoly and them dominoes, you know? Yeah, he jumped in for a sec though, but he ran away though, because I had some ammo though. Pickles got some ammo for me. Yep. No big, you forget about it. No, I'll catch you later on. I'll catch you later on. As soon as the replay comes in, I'll catch it on. It's hard times the game because of the job and exercise. Yep, that's it. So that's why I gotta head out. I gotta go do some errands, and then at 3:30 be here at home for 4. Get on my bicycle, do my exercise, my friend. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep. But chat, again, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you all for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys to death. Seriously, chat, you guys are the best. And again, sorry for my 2-hour rant because, like I said, I'm just tired of people just trying to always get something negative out there when there shouldn't be any negatives right now in this situation. Let's make this positive, period. That's what we got to do, nothing else. Lies. How you play Forza 15 minutes is not even the intro. That's true, though. Damn. So, chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when XBI content comes on. And, guys, have a beautiful day. Do mean a beautiful and awesome Thursday. And, as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast when we do come back. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know. But, hey, we do come back at 7 p.m. ET with Sound Blow the Big Plume. Oh, it's okay, my two. We're on at 9 a.m. Eastern every day, 10 a.m. Eastern. We're on. Sometimes 9:15. It all depends on how my day goes. So usually we sit here for 2 hours tops, but lately it's been going for 3 or 4. It's crazy. So subscribe and hit that bell so you can know when I come on. I always send a signal before. I always send a post to tell people, hey, I'm going live on YouTube and everywhere. I always send a signal though, just in case though. And do come back at 7 p.m. ET with Sablo the Big Plume and Silent Cypher. And on Fridays, invite me if they don't, XBI en Español with Elvis, Eliasita, and Metal Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Little Gaming. When I send the signal over there on Twitter, X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you got to hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Chat, have a beautiful day. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Good Morning with Crazy Little Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one.